Hello, Taurus. Thank you for stopping by Red Flora Tarot. So, my dear Taurus, how are you doing today? This is a general reading. I would love it if you liked, shared, and subscribed this reading. It is a general reading, and general it will be. Not necessarily romantic, not necessarily career-oriented. Whatever spirit leads me to speak to or about, that is what I'm going to speak to and about. It's all about insight, my friend, right, Taurus? This is what it's about, insight for you. So, what's been going on with you? This is a mid-May full moon in Scorpio reading. Just one more shuffle. Okay, we're going to cut these cards. Deep breath, Taurus. Send out your intention towards me, and I'll see if I can't make it come to fruition for you. What is it you want to hear about, dear Taurus? All right, starting with, Lord, have mercy. That's a heavy one. The Devil in reverse. Woo, Lord. All right, so y'all know by now, probably, maybe not everyone, the Devil upright is temptation. Temptation towards something that is makes you feel trapped, right? But you feel trapped by it simply because it plays on either your heartstrings, your sexual strings, your career strings. It tempts you to do something that maybe you wouldn't do if it didn't look so appetizing in one way, shape, or another, correct? In the reverse. In the reverse, it's saying, the way I'm interpreting this in this particular moment, is that that thing that had control over you that you thought was so tempting, not so much anymore. Good for you, Taurus. Good for you. You're not so, but let's see what else it has to say. All right. Fantastic. So far, this is kind of revealing itself to me as perhaps a relationship situation that you were extremely tempted by. Not so much anymore, because this is our happy single lady or man, happy single person, right? Got their garden, got their family, friends, animals, birds, dogs, cats, whatever it is. You're happy. Look at how content she is. Whatever this temptation was, not so tempting. You're very happy just where you're at. Next card. Okay. Jiminy crickets. Five of Wands. This means that it was a struggle to get here. You're no longer tempted. You probably had to work your butt off either emotionally or physically to get over this temptation, this heartache, this job that shit on you, whatever the case may have been. You're okay now, but you had to work really hard to get there. You had to struggle, and it took you a bit. Good for you, my dear Taurus. Wow. I just sort of want to take a deep breath, because this is even making me a little anxious, because this was hard. Whatever this temptation was, whatever it was that sort of made you, I want to say, anxious. And you may just now be getting to a point where you feel like you can breathe, like you can enjoy your space, your moment, your singlehood. If it's a relationship situation, if it's a job situation, you're just kind of like, okay, I got this. I'm okay. But damn, my friend Taurus, you really had to kind of, you had to take some time, because this is heavy energy. The Devil's heavy energy. It's extremely difficult. It's extremely difficult to recognize this and then work it out to get here. So this is no easy task, my friend. Whatever it is you went through, whether it was with a job or a friend or a relationship, And if you're married, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're single. This just means that whatever happened, um, if it's a marital situation, you guys really, it took you to task. Okay, it took you to task. You're okay now. You're breathing. You're settled, and you maybe just go take some spa time if you need it. Whatever the case may be, go work out and breathe and enjoy this finally being gotten over. If someone interfered in your relationship, you guys, it took you to task. Again, I come back to if that was a marital situation. I'm reading this right now as just it could just have been an internal, a single person situation where you were tempted by something that really isn't healthy for you, but you struggled very hard because you knew it wasn't healthy for you, and you are on the other side of it now. So let's see what else it has to say. The Empress. If you notice on our single happy person card, even though whether it's you're single or you finally come to a breathing spot, she has roses on her robe. She also, the Empress, not only did she get over this situation, but she totally put it to bed. She's like, not only am I going to take this rest, but guess what? I ain't never going back to that shit again, excuse me. But I have got this, and I know this, and that is never going to happen to me again. I am totally okay with never going through this again. And you won't. You are so now in your own space and so grounded. You are the Empress. You are fully aware and okay. So you not only surpassed this stuff that went awry, that you had to struggle so difficult with, you became the Empress of that. You are the master of your domain in that. Okay. We have the Sun flanking her. So she may be in total, like, never going back. She doesn't necessarily feel like it's all okay yet. The Sun is that the most happiest, and even in the reverse, it's the most happiest. Well, it's still the most happiest, but it's not as happy as, this probably did a number on you psychologically speaking. And you're out of that darkness, that struggle, and you are in your Empress thinking, but it may feel not as bright as you'd hoped. You may not quite recognize the sun shining on you. Your inner child may still feel vulnerable to this, but know that deep down you're grown up inside you. You're fully in charge person, can hold this child, this inner child, and say, guess what? It's okay. Because Mama, Dada, whatever, got this. You're going to be okay. Sun is shining. It's just feeling a little vulnerable still. Oh, all right. All right. Okay. So this is definitively saying I'm struggling between my inner child and my grown-up. I don't even realize that I'm doing this right now. This thing, like I said, this devil energy, even in reverse, that was heavy shit. And it took you to task. And maybe you now are the Empress or Emperor, male, female, irrelevant. Your inner child, your positive thinking was definitely taken to task. And at this point in time, you're still like, look at all the water here. I mean, you're still feeling your feels about this. You are in your Empress energy, definitely there, but you're not entirely sure that this is done. Okay, what the universe is telling you is that the only person I think that's truly feeling that is your inner child. So this moon here, this is the crescent moon. It may take you a couple weeks, okay, to make this feeling divided, this feeling, you know, your heart is guarded. You're you know, you don't want to see any more of this temptation, this struggle. You're like, no, nope. So the full moon, between now, the full moon in Scorpio, and the next crescent moon, you're going to process this, emotionally speaking. That may take, you know, when your inner child is wounded, it takes time. Even though the grown-up you is fully aware of the fact that you've worked through this, your inner child is still asking you to reassure that inner child. It still feels all of these things that happened, okay? And it's going to take you a couple weeks to work through that, emotionally speaking. But just know outwardly that you've got this under control. You are fully empowered in yourself. I think, like I said, it's the inner child within you right now that just feels a little vulnerable and in very protective mode, and that's okay. We're going to get a clarifier from Law of Attraction by Abraham Hicks, and we'll just clarify this one last time for you, my dear Taurus. Take a deep breath. Okay, this one wanted to come out. Let's see what it has to say. Okay. I want continual, joyous growth. I am a growth-seeking being, and it is in exhilaration. It is exhilarating to remember that expansion is not only natural, but inevitable. I love knowing that joy is a simple choice. So since my expansion is inevitable, I choose to have it. Enjoy. That's beautiful, Taurus. That's beautiful, because that's exactly what you need to remember. Joyous growth. Hold that inner child, okay? It's okay to be protective. You are the Empress. This was some heavy shit. It's okay. Make sure you know that. Joyous growth, my friend. Taurus. It's okay. Give it a little time. You're beautiful, my friend. We'll see you soon.